Is there any one regret or something that still keeps you up at night from that trial?
Yes, the one regret is I wish that we had not agreed to accept Judge Ito.
Yeah.
And I do think that would have made a difference. Do I think we could have gotten a conviction? No, under no circumstances. But we could have probably gotten a hung jury.
Yeah.
That's possible.
You know, you said in an interview recently that you knew early on that things were going wrong. That's so interesting to me. So how early on did you know that this was not going in your favor?
Very, very quickly.
Really?
Yeah, because first of all, this case was being tried downtown. I had been trying cases downtown for 10 years. And there was always trouble when you had a minority defendant because the tension between the police department and the minority community was very fraught. And so we always had an uphill battle when we had a minority defendant, and this one was also famous.
Sure.
So it was very clear this was going to be an uphill battle.
Yeah.
And very quickly, long before we picked a jury, we knew that a conviction was highly unlikely.
Does it bother you that he's roaming free?
Well, you know, of course. I mean, you know, I firmly believe that he murdered Ron and Nicole, and no one has ever been brought to justice for their murders, which is tragic. And I try to remind people of them all the time because I feel like in the course of talking about all these things, it's easy to get swept up in the minutia and forget that the real core issue here are two innocent people who were murdered, and the murderer did not get brought to justice for it.
What's your relationship like with Christopher now?
I mean, we've gone our separate ways.
Yeah.
We were very friendly, and you know, we remained friendly. We were in touch a little bit, you know, after the trial, but you know, he went there, I went there. Some of the other team members, we all kind of dispersed.
Sure.
Yeah.
Did you talk to him when the show aired at all?
No.
Didn't reach out. Did you ever talk to Johnny Cochran or Robert Kardashian after the trial?
I didn't see Johnny really after the trial. I mean, we all remained friendly. But Robert Kardashian, I did see. I ran into him in a restaurant a couple times. We'd wave. And then the last time I saw him in this restaurant in LA, he actually came over to the table and said, you know, how are you doing? And I said, good, and how are you? And blah, 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 very nice. And 1 month later, he passed away.
Oh, wow.
And I think he knew. Yeah.
That's so sad.
He was a good guy.
Yeah, you see on the show how torn and did you get that sense from him?
Yes.
Yes. Yeah.
Yes. Increasingly. But you know, he started out, I'm going to be a loyal friend, I'm going to be there supporting, and I watched his whole being and aura kind of shift as the evidence mounted, and especially with the DNA, and I could see the dawning awareness of what was the truth. And I think that's why you saw the expression at the time of the verdict. He was stunned by it.
How different do you think this trial would be in this day and age with social media? I just can't even imagine.
Yeah, it would be pretty heavy, I am sure. As it was even back in the day.
Verdict would stay the same?
Look, the issues that caused that verdict, in my opinion, race and celebrity, I really believe, and when I say race, I'm talking about 400 years of social injustice. I'm talking about the big picture.
Yeah.
That hasn't gone away. We're not in post-racial society. I mean, I wish I could say we were. We're not. The only progress I see is that we are now talking about it. Good thing.
Yeah.
It's a start, certainly not enough, but you know, you got to start somewhere. Yeah, I think we'd be confronting very similar issues with any jury today.
Yeah.